Hey Maxwell, Mr. Cornett here, and we are getting ready for our next PE lesson this week. And actually, this week in school, we are working on basketball. So we're going to do some basketball-related things in our virtual lesson too. So I'm going to give you a few different options depending on what you have at home, so that you can find something fun to do. But in school, we're only working on dribbling right now. So if you have a basketball or a ball that's bouncy enough like a basketball, you can work on these 3 cues, which are just kind of like tips to help you get better at dribbling. So first tip we're going to work on is using, when we dribble, we don't hit the ball with our palm of our hand. We don't hit the ball right here. We use our fingertips, right? The tips of our fingers to help control the ball. So when I'm dribbling it, I'm bouncing, just pushing down with my fingertips. So that's the first thing I want you to work on. And if you're having trouble, you can just work on using your dominant hand, which is, for me, this is my right hand, which is like my favorite hand. If you're ready more advanced, you can try to use your non-dominant hand, or you can even go back and forth. But we're using our fingertips. That's the first cue I want us to work on. Next, once you get the hang of fingertips, which is one of the most important ones, the next thing we want to do is work on dribbling the ball from our belly button and lower. So if you dribble the ball like this, and we were playing a game, it would be much easier for somebody to come up and take the ball from you. So we got to bend our knees, get in an athletic position like we do in a lot of other sports. So we're going to bend our knees, kind of bend, stay a little lower, and try to dribble that ball from our belly button down. So we're not dribbling way up here, we're not bouncing it super high like that. Whoa. We're going down here, lower. Use my fingertips still got our fingertips. We're going to keep the ball from our waist down. And the last thing, and this is going to be a hard one for our little guys, our little kiddos especially, but it's still a good thing to practice. And the more you practice, just like we do anything in here, guys, the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. If you don't practice doing this, it's hard to get better at it. So the last one is keeping your head up. So I know it's hard, but if we stare at the basketball, we can't see what else is going on. So we might dribble the ball right out of bounds. We wouldn't see a teammate that's open and ready for a pass. We wouldn't see the defense trimming up trying to steal the ball from us. So we got to try to look up. So as you dribble, maybe you can practice by just like watching something else, watching my video if you can do that. Practice just not staring at the ball. It's okay to kind of glance down and kind of see it in the side of your view, but try not to stare at the ball. Okay. So those are the 3 things I want you to work on if you have a basketball or something bouncy enough. Now, I'm not doing any shooting right now in school, but if you don't have a basketball, we can work on a few things for shooting and kind of make a little game of it. So when you send your video this week, you can kind of do either option here. All right, so you can kind of see this bucket back here in the corner here. I have it set up on some mats. That's going to be my basketball goal. Now, if you have a basketball goal at home, you're absolutely welcome to use a basketball on a basketball goal. That would be perfect. If you don't, and you're like me right now at school, well, actually, I do have one, but this one's kind of messed up. So something you can use is a laundry basket, a bowl, a bucket, anything you can kind of shoot into. So that's kind of our goal. So kind of like we did with soccer a few weeks ago, you're going to have 1 minute to see how many goals you can make. I'm using a sock ball. So if you have a different kind of ball you want to use, but you always have our handy dandy sock ball. So I'm going to get about, 10 steps away. I'm going to try to shoot it into the goal. Now we're not really throwing it. You need to find something where you're shooting it, okay? All right, here we go. Let me get my sock ball. 1, 2. I want you to be able to see me. So I'm going to be about, let's see how many blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks away. About 10 blocks away, so it's about 10 feet, okay? All right, let me see the time here. Okay, ready, set, go. Oh, it bounced out, so I don't have it going. So every time you have to run up and get it, the faster you run up and get them, the more time you're gonna have. Okay, now a softball, it's hard to shoot with 2 hands, and really when you shoot, you're really trying to use mostly your dominant hand, and your other kind of hand just kind of holds it in place. So kind of good to work with the softball. Man, I still haven't made any yet though. All right, so keep trying. Also, it helps that I have the bucket up against the wall. It's obviously not. Oh, I made one. It's not really helping me yet, but you could also bank it in, which the backboard kind of helps us out on a real goal. So I've got 1 so far. 2. So I kind of banked that one in there, didn't I? Oh, 2. You check my time. I only got about 10 seconds left. 3. Probably my last shot. Oh, 4, I finished on a make. Awesome. So that is another option you have. If you don't have a basketball and you can't work on dribbling, you can work on some shooting on even a homemade little goal. So again, you could use a laundry basket, a bucket like I'm using, a bowl of some sort, something that you can kind of shoot into. So can't wait to see the videos. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will check in with you all on Friday on all the videos. So can't wait to see them. Adios, Maxwell.